Good evening and welcome to the Elmore County Commission Work Session for August 14th, 2023. I'll call this meeting to order. Tonight, we want to start with three special presentations for our students. On an ongoing basis, the County Commission has recognized our youth in our county that have won championship titles and awards in individual and team sports. And tonight, we want to recognize our students for their accomplishments from Wetumpka and Tallahassee. First, I'll ask Maya Holt, if you'll come to the podium and bring whomever you'd like to bring with you. And I'm going to read an excerpt from the resolution we're going to pass and also the agenda item. Appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you.
Resolution honoring the achievements of Maya Holt, 2022-2023 Gatorade Alabama Softball Player of the Year and ITG Next Alabama Female Athlete of the Year. And an excerpt from the proclamation is, Maya Holt has been named the 2022-23 Gatorade Alabama Softball Player of the Year and has also been named the ITG Next Alabama 2022 Female Athlete of the Year. Maya is a senior at Wetumpka High School and plays pitcher on the softball team where during the 2023 season she struck out 223 batters, had 96 RBIs, and hit 22 home runs, which broke her own record set in 2022. She's a member of the National Honor Society, is ranked 50th nationally in class of 2024 by extra innings, and plans on attending Troy University. That's very impressive, Maya. That's something to really be proud of. I know you've surely chosen a good university to attend, being Troy, but I'm sure that wasn't the only one that was chasing after you.
No, sir. There were others.
I'm sure there was. Well, I want to tell you the best of luck, and I'm sure my other commissioners have some comments they'd like to make.
Thank you.
Maya, congratulations. That's kind of awesome to beat your own score, so you were your own competition. So that is wonderful. It's good to see you again. We saw you, 2 months ago?
Yes, ma'am.
So we wish you the best in your future, and if you need anything, just holler.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
I am impressed. That's what you've accomplished is something that'll follow you the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
And it'll make a big difference in your life. But to do what you've been able to do, and really in such a short time, because you only play softball just really a few years that in high school, and to do what you've done, congratulations.
Thank you.
I wish you were going to Auburn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that plug in.
Maya, when the chairman was reading your stats, I was kind of glancing across the room, and I think everybody in the room was smiling and just amazed at those statistics. We're so very proud of you in Elmore County, and I'm sure there are, even in other sports and other activities, you're going to be a mentor to a lot of young people. And congratulations on all of your accomplishments and more in the future, I'm sure, without a doubt.
Thank you.
Wow, unbelievable, just unbelievable. I just spoke to Coach and you just a minute ago, and there was a question. I looked at him. I said, "She's a junior, right?" And he said, "Thank goodness." I just want to know what you're going to do next. I mean, Gatorade Player of the Year, Softball Player of the Year. I mean, state championship. Coach, what other award can she get? I mean, we're just going to name the building maybe after her. Wow, congratulations, and to your parents and your fellow players that have helped you along the way, and everyone and all your coaching staff. This is a moment that you'll remember the rest of your life, and as you continue, I know you're only going to do great things to be a great leader for Elmore County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maya, if I can ask you, if you want to come to the front, bring with you whomever you'd like to, we'll get a photo.
My eyes short, so you can really be standing tall. Great job, Mike. Great job.
continue on with our special presentations, I'll ask Tallahassee Anglers coach Goodman, if you would, come to the podium. I'm going to again read the agenda item, and then we will read an excerpt from the proclamation. Resolution recognizing Tallahassee City School Anglers as 2023 state champions and 2023 Smallmouth Division Team of the Year by Alabama Student Anglers Bass Fishing Association. And the excerpt is, the Tallahassee City School Anglers finished the 2023 season being named the Alabama Student Angler Bass Fishing Association Smallmouth Division State Champions, and also winning the title of Smallmouth Team of the Year. During the 2023 season, the Tigers finished in five tournaments and placed top 4 in all 5 and placed first in 2 of the tournaments. Coach, that's pretty good record for fishing tournaments. We're very proud of y'all. Tell us a little about your season this year with your team.
Well, the biggest thing was out of the 5 tournaments, they had 2 first place, a second place, 4th, and maybe a 3rd and 4th. So it was one of those fairy tale type things. They really did well. And out of that, we had 1 boat with 2 anglers that qualified for the national championship, which they went to South Carolina to Lake Hartwell and fished in it. So it was a great season for them.
We sure are proud of y'all. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Commissioners, any of y'all have any other comments?
Coach, would you name those 2 that went to the national so we could give them a round of applause?
It was Michael Markham and Mr. Davison.
Would y'all stand up or wave your hands? It's a big deal. My grandson fishes on the Elmore County High School team, so I've been at a lot of your weigh-ins, and there's nothing that thrills me anymore than being there about daybreak, that fog out there, and seeing all those young people in those boats. I know you're cold on a lot of them and tired when you come in, but I'm so glad that the state of Alabama, all across the state, that they've got fishing teams in high school, and I know several that have got college scholarships this year from the high school teams, and nothing thrills me anymore, and I say a big congratulations to you. You worked hard, the parents have worked hard getting you to those tournaments in the early morning hours, and it's a lot of work and a lot of expense, and we're so very proud of you.
I would just like to say congratulations to the team. Commissioner Daughtry, what do y'all have in the order out there in Tallahassee? Because just about every agenda, we have some purple and gold in this
You're
courtroom.
exactly right. She's right.
So congratulations, and Coach, congratulations to you as well.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud to be from Tallahassee. I grew up there and graduated high school, and I echo her sentiments. Every time we turn around, somebody's from Tallahassee is winning something. And again, like I told this other young lady, this is going to follow you the rest of your life. It's something to be proud of and to enjoy it. And I hope you have continued success. Only question I want to ask y'all, back when I was coming up, you ain't lived till you threw a stick of dynamite in a pond and fished that way. So if you get a chance, Coach can help you out. Y'all maybe could open up a category for that.
Coach, don't pay no attention to him, please.
Maybe the sheriff wasn't listening
That's
in on
exactly
this
right.
meeting.
Would you give the names of your other players also?
I tell you what.
Okay?
We got 2 brothers. Y'all stand up. McCraney brothers. We got Mr. Goodman right here. Mr. Shipperstein and Mr. Hornsby.
Very good. You know, it's amazing that you get to have fun and fish and win awards. And as Commissioner Daughtry said, get scholarships, going to college having fun like this. It's playing a game. And it's memories, again, as we just said, with Mile, that the rest of their life they'll remember. And to the parents and grandparents who all pay for all that gas and all them boats and stuff and fishing lures, people don't realize how many dollars they put in there. And as Commissioner Daughtry said, it's a very expensive hobby, but it turns into a game-winning thing for them, and a lot of awards and a lot of good times. And just want to congratulate them and their parents and you, Coach, for being out there with them, because I know it's long hours sometimes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, if I could ask you and your team to come to the front, we'll take a photo.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Great job.
Coach, thank you for all you do.
Get them turned sideways, Coach.
Yeah,
Turn, angle in, sideways in. There you go, sideways in. There you go. Everybody get in a lot tighter. All right, good job. Good job.
Keep doing it.
Yes, sir. That's fantastic. Your grandson loves it too. My grandson does too. He just not happy that his school didn't have it. Right, okay.
For the next special presentation, I'll ask the Wetumpka Baseball 14U Coach Nesmith to come to the podium, and I'll read the next agenda item and a portion of that proclamation. Resolution recognizing the Wetumpka Baseball 14U All-Star Team as the 2023 USSA Silver Bracket World Series champion. The Wetumpka Youth Baseball 14U All-Star Team participated in the United States Specialty Sports Association All-Star Tournament and won the Silver Bracket World Series. During this 10-team World Series tournament, Wetumpka finished with a record of 4-1, which included 3 tiebreaker rounds and a single-pitch sudden death to determine the winner. Now, Coach, I've been in games like that before with my children, and that's to have 3 of them.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty intense.
It was.
So tell us a little about your season this year.
To say we were up and down is an understatement. How we qualified for the state tournament was it was an at-large bid because there was some overage kids playing against us. Because we had to battle through all that stuff. Because our boys, I mean, talking about battling through adversity, I mean that's all they did. So once we got qualified for the national tournament and we went down to the World Series, it was all hands on deck. It was a collective effort. Wasn't just one guy. It was a whole team effort. So that's what makes this team special.
Right. So we appreciate the time you spent with our students, and I want to say thank you to the parents, grandparents, family members. Many of us sitting up here have followed our children around at ball games, and so we know that's a commitment and appreciate all the hard work.
Yes, sir.
Commissioners, any comments?
Congratulations. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, you sure? I'm a Wetumpka alumni, so I would love to go first.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I already know what's in the water in Wetumpka, so go Indians. But congratulations, guys, and hope that you have a good season this next school year as well. But we are very proud of you.
See, she says alumni, but mine's way back. I don't even tell how far back it goes. I don't think they keep those
you
books
gotta
back
do
there.
that.
Okay? But great job, guys. It's, again, a moment that's just fantastic. And Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you name off their names there for us?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay?
Start from the back right here. We have Joe Winnington, Dre Nesmith, Aiden Sides, Coleman Davis, Rashawn Floyd. Rashawn won the home run derby for us, you know. But it came down to Caden Riles, Rashawn, and Dre Nesmith, and Rashawn ended up winning. So Caden Riles, Mason Thompson, Cameron Berry, and Trip Edwards.
And I think you got 2 assistants sitting over there.
Yes, sir.
Would
Right,
they
yeah,
stay and let
very,
us,
very vital role. So
I know they played a vital role too.
So we got Jason Berry and Jake Davis. I couldn't have done it without them.
Great job, Coach. Congratulations to the parents and all these young men, and look forward to watching them playing at Wetumpka High School and maybe win a little state championship up there.
That'd be nice,
Okay?
wouldn't it?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Coach.
appreciate you very much. If you want to come to the front here and call your team up.
Coach, real quick, congratulations. I've known you 20 years or better. I know these folks appreciate you.
Guys, turn sideways, looking in. There you go. There you go. Squeeze in sideways. So. All right. Good job, guys. Good job, guys.
Right, now we'll move on to regular business. Review of the minutes of the July 27th, 2023 commission meeting. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? Next item, review of the memorandum of warrants for a period of July 16th, 2023 through August 4th, 2023. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, for that time period, the memorandum of warrants was $6,111,145.48.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, after I read the next agenda item, we're going to be holding a public hearing for a proposed vacation of a portion of Neely Road. Anyone that wants to come speak in support or opposition of the proposed vacation may come to the podium at the proper time and state your name and address, and then you have 3 minutes to address the agenda item. The next agenda item is public hearing to consider vacating a portion of Neely Road in Deatsville, Alabama. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this is a vacation that the staff is recommending, and this is also in District 1, so Commissioner Henry Hines will have to make the motion at the business meeting if it's considered.
All right, thank you. Now we will begin the public hearing. Is there anyone here that would like to come to the podium and speak in opposition to the vacation of a portion of Neely Road? Okay, hearing none, is there anyone here that would like to come speak in support of the vacation of a portion of Neely Road? Okay, seeing no one rising, are there any questions or comments from commissioners?
Yeah, Chairman, talking with the resident that lives at the end of Neely Road, this will give him privacy, so no one will be coming down at the end of the road. And also, this will take in road maintenance will stop at that point. And I think it'll be a big help to that whole area by vacating this. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other comments? Okay, that will conclude our public hearing. After I read the next agenda item, we'll be holding a public hearing on a proposed vacation of a portion of Lakeshore Court. And just as before, anyone wanting to come to speak may come to the podium at the proper time, and you'll have we'll ask you to state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes to address the agenda item. Public hearing to discuss vacating a portion of Lakeshore Court in Wetumpka, Alabama. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this again is a vacation that's being recommended by staff. There was a question since the advertising of this public hearing about whether or not there was enough room left for a turnaround at the end of the road, and we have worked with the main landowner asking for this vacation, and that has been accommodated to where we've changed the description. So we should have addressed all issues on that. This again is in District 1, and Commissioner Hines would have to make the motion in the future.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll now begin the public hearing. Is there anyone here that would like to come to the podium and speak in opposition to a portion of Lake Shore Court? All right, please come to the front, sir, if you will. If you'll state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes to address the agenda item.
Right here, sir.
No, right there, sir. Yes, sir.
My name is Mike Spivey. I have the lot adjacent to the land that's proposed to be vacated. It's 108 Lakeshore Court. Currently, the road goes through my lot and abuts a neighbor, Alan, that's wanting to vacate part of that. I just want to make sure that there continues to be a turnaround. I don't want people backing into my lot. And there's a big ditch. I brought a picture. They can't turn around right there where the property line is. And so that's, my lot abuts Allen's on the west side of the property, and on the east side of his, there's a 12 to 14-foot road that goes through the southwest corner of my lot. So I own the property on both sides of the road. On the north side of the road where our properties join, there is a valley/ditch that's about 20 feet deep. It drops off, so they can't turn around there. And that's really my big concern. Therefore, there's no room for anyone to turn around. This includes vehicles, garbage trucks, county road equipment, mailman, and possible school buses in the past. All of these means of transportation have used our road since the early 90s. This road's been maintained as long as my father and I have had the road. The road that is being petitioned to vacate at my property line has been maintained by the county as long as, like I said, my father and I have had it. So I'm opposed to the county vacating and closing Lakeshore at the property line.
Okay, Commissioner Hines or Richie would.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Spivey, I'm Commissioner Hines, and that is my district, and I'm well aware of the situation, and I went out there, and Luke, our engineer, and Richie, our head of the Department for Everything, went out there, and Mr. Harris has agreed that we'll come and go 75 feet into his property and do a turnaround, okay? So that will take care of your problem of no one backing up in the years and take care of the problem of the ditch and the drop-off there. So that has been agreed on, that has been changed, and as I told Mr. Harris, we'd have all ducks in a row before we abated it, and he has agreed on this. So we'll have a turnaround there, so the garbage truck, the mailman, if a bus has to come down there, or if somebody just gets lost and comes down there and needs to turn around, they won't have to come into your drive. So that has been addressed and taken care of.
Okay, so will that be recorded at the courthouse?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is recorded. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay? Yes, sir.
All right, is there anyone else would like to speak in opposition? Okay, see no one else. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in support of the vacation of a portion of Lakeshore Court? All right, seeing no one coming forward, are there any questions or comments from commissioners?
Again, Chairman, I'm just glad that we're able to work this out so that all parties will be taken care of, the turnaround be taken care of. Mr. Harris's home can be built there, and he'll know exactly where the line and where the water meter and all can be set. So I'm glad we can work this out in a friendly way and make all residents happy for District 1. It's good to have all of them work together. And I want to thank Mr. Spivey and Mr. Harris for working with us on this. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other comments from commissioners? All right, moving on to our next agenda item will be new business. Consider one appointment to the Ridge Improvement District Board, appointment due 9/25/2023. We have one candidate, David Stutterman. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, discuss 3 appointments to the Elmore County DHR Board. Appointments are due 9/25/2023. Current candidates are Maria Kathleen Calhoun, Jan Wood, Julie Dappert, Christopher B. Colley. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item is discuss 5 appointments to the Elmore County Industrial Development Authority Board. Appointments are due 9/25/2023. The candidates are John Strickland, Harris Garner, Rhett Smith, and Art Faulkner. And Commissioners, just as a reminder, the current member, or the members of the Industrial Development Authority must be a current member of the ACETA Board. These candidates listed are current members of the ACETA Board, and they are members, of course, of the Industrial Development Authority currently. And each of these have been doing a great job since the IDA was formed a number of years ago. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, consider 2 appointments to the E911 Board, appointments due 9/25/2023. Candidates are Corey Puckett, Leon Smith Jr., Matthew Higgins, Christopher B. Colley. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, discuss setting a public hearing for 020 Restaurant Retail Liquor Alcohol License application by Southern Investments LLC for Little Fishtail located at 1333 Lightwood Road, Deesville, Alabama, 36022. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Next item, discuss approving the FY 2024 budget as presented. Approval of the budget includes pay rate changes for positions, employee pay increases, and a revised job description, the SRO cost share program, the retiree health care incentive, and authorization for the chairman to execute included contracts and/or addendums. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, in front of you, in addition to your budget package, you also have a summary form that we'll be sharing with the media about the highlights of the budget. There's a number of things in here that the chairman just mentioned. Probably the most important thing is this budget sets in place the pay rate changes that were discussed and put into motion several years ago when the temporary premium pay went into effect to try to help with retention and recruitment of employees, specifically on the public safety and public works side. I want to commend the department heads and our staff for working through that. We're actually a year ahead of schedule in terms of getting that in place, and some of that is because of their hard work. Some of that is because of the changes that the current administration and Congress made on the public health emergency and how the ARP funds rolled out. But I think we're to a point where we have done something that's fiscally responsible, that the county can sustain, and also will help our employees and our citizens moving forward with the way that these rates have been addressed. A few other things that were mentioned of note that have to do with retention. A lot of these job descriptions were revised. There was also things that were identified from the departments where we can have some more efficiencies in the way that we conduct our business. So there's some new positions that are created, but the intent is that puts some of the other staff members back to their primary duty. For example, that gets public safety people back to public safety and not administrative work. It gets public works people in the same boat. So we've got some efficiencies that we've worked into that as well. There's a number of slots that are added. We've got a couple deputy slots, a new correctional officer slot. We've got some new created positions that allow for the transition from correctional officers to get, when they get APOS certified before they go into the ranks of deputies. A new public works position to help with environmental services and facilities. The probate clerk creation to help with some transitioning. So there's a lot of that going on in the budget, and I just appreciate the work of not only our CFO and our Chief Administrative Officer and our other administrative staffs, but the department heads in getting all that to a place where we could have that before you back in the June timeframe after our budget hearings. And then I think you've had at least one revision that has been brought back to you, and hopefully from your standpoint, you've seen staff work with the department heads and yourselves in a way that you've gotten the information that you want, and we've tried to make it as seamless as possible. Because it's more than seamless in terms of, I mean, this isn't a regular budget. It's a budget that is a record amount in terms of expenditures, and that's mainly because of the influx of the ARP funds still coming through and the bond funds for our big projects that we're working with the other communities. So it wasn't something that would have been a typical budget year is what I'm getting at. So a lot of work. The chairman did a lot of great work leading the charge from the commission standpoint. And hopefully what you'll have is something that not only can help us recruit and retain our employees, but something that our citizens will see great benefit from for years to come. So, Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to go through any of the other summary items because y'all got them in front unless y'all want me to highlight something on that. But I think that's a pretty good synopsis of what we have in front of you for tonight. So,
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments from commissioners?
I just want to know, I appreciate the hard work and definitely appreciate being a new commissioner, y'all taking time with me and going through this stuff, help me understand it. And y'all have done a great job on this.
And one thing I've heard on a regular basis since even back in 2011 is how smoothly, from the department heads, how smoothly the budget process goes. And large of that's due to your leadership, Mr. Byer. You've been here for the long haul, and all the staff. We don't take you for granted. We appreciate every one of you. And I'll quote Sheriff Franklin last year. He said it was the smoothest budget process he'd ever been through since the 30 years he'd been sheriff. So I commend everybody, my fellow commissioners and everybody that worked on that. And from a law enforcement side, most of you know that's 37 years of my life. When I look at the third highlight and you see adding 2 additional deputies for the sheriff's department, I love to see that because as this county grows, that's got to grow too, just like our fire departments and all our other essential services. So I think that's always a plus because one thing you hear from people that are moving into the county, they want to know how the law enforcement is, how the crime rate is, and I think we're blessed in this county. Obviously, I'm prejudiced in that area when it comes to the sheriff's department and our EMA department, but it's just, I can't say how much a tremendous asset all of our emergency services are in Elmore County. We are so blessed when you look at other counties across the state and the lack that they have in some of those counties. And I'm getting long-winded, so I'll hush.
Any other questions from commissioners, comments? I agree with what Commissioner Daughtry was saying. This is, you can look and to see where your focus is as a group, specifically, of course, in this situation, the commission. We have increased our money that we contribute to our volunteer fire departments. In fact, I think that has probably increased, I would say, probably 6 or 8-fold in the last 5 years. We've continued to add multiple deputies. I know we say multiple times, if we don't have a good foundation for our society, we have where we can protect our citizens, and what we do up here is some of that's not important. So I'm glad we're able to continue that. One other thing I would highlight, we are continuing to give 25% of our SSUT tax, which is the internet sales tax. We are continuing to give that to our Board of Education. That's not a mandatory that we do that. There are other counties in the state that do contribute 25% of their SSUT tax to the Board of Education, and we were the first in the state. Again, what's those saying, put your money where your mouth is, and so that, again, is a foundational effort in the county, of course, our education system. So that's very important that we are continuing to do that. So appreciate you, Mr. Byer. What you did was a long process. I want to bring attention to our staff that worked on that. Our CFO, Mike's desk looked horrible for probably about 6 weeks, 2 months. But he was bringing everything together, and we really appreciate the effort to get us to the point of where we are tonight. Next item, consider authorizing chairman and COO to execute the necessary documents to purchase approximately 11 acres immediately north of the Elmore County Judicial Complex and necessary budget amendments to handle the purchase. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, as the item says, the 11 acres just north of our property at the Judicial Complex has come available for sale. The county attorney, myself, and the chairman have reviewed appraisals on the property and the requested amount, and we're asking for permission to be able to secure that. Growth, I think, is the driver behind that, as is mentioned about law enforcement in general, and this would give us the ability. It's really the only parcel we have available to be able to acquire that could give us reasonable growth on that tract of land. So we would ask for that to permission to move on with that, and then the county attorney will be drafting contracts if that is approved at the business meeting.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments?
I'd just like to
Commissioners?
add a comment on that, Chairman. With being active in our court system, this is a great purchase for the county. It kind of came at a perfect time. As we all know, the legislator just approved us having 2 additional circuit judges for our circuit. So Elmore County is growing, which are good problems. So maybe we can put that new deputy to monitor this area. But these are good issues that we're having. Our county is growing, and I believe that this would be a very good purchase for the county.
All right, thank you. Any other comments?
I think we're blessed to get that land that already adjoins the judicial complex and the jail and so forth up there. As most of you know, our jail stays over capacity most of the time. And so at some point, something's going to have to change about that. So we're very blessed to be able to purchase this additional 11 acres adjoining county-owned property.
I think it's a great idea, if nothing, for nothing else, expansion as we look at things. And also, this commission will be leaving a legacy for the commissions to come forward. And they won't have to be put in a position where we're going to build stuff at. They'll have some land there to do it. And so that's why I support doing this. It's a long-term investment for us, and it's a good investment.
I agree with the comments. You know, I believe I have been told that some of the space in our judicial complex that was programmed for maybe vending machine areas is being used by personnel and for storage because we're so out of space. The space to the south, we have over the last years expanded the use of that for our sheriff's department. To the east, we have some warehouses there for our EMA that is going to expand their ability to respond to things currently and in the future. And I believe this parcel to the north here is going to be a legacy purchase where it will allow the county to expand, because as we discussed in our budget, there are many things that we're doing in our budget that are us reacting to growth and anticipated growth in the county. So I support this greatly. Any other comments? All right, next item, discuss a 3-year contract with Johnson Controls for HVAC system at the Elmore County Public Works Department. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this is just a multi-year contract that has to come before you. We've had this contract in effect, and it is currently about to expire in October, and this is the next iteration of that contract.
All right, any questions or comments, Mr. Byer? All right, next item, consider a public hearing to discuss vacating a portion of Dismukes Road in Millbrook, Alabama. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this stretch of road over in the Millbrook area is smack dab in the middle of the marketplace of 17 Springs. So it's the old county dirt road that comes out across from Kinsley Lane. Y'all will see tomorrow, the ones of you who haven't been over there recently, that there's a new entrance right across from Kinsley called Fieldhouse Way. And what it is basically done is it is made this end of Dismukes Road not needed anymore. So that we've gone through the process with AlDOT to make sure there's no question about any right-of-way flares or anything coming off of State Road 14. And because this has been a county road for, I guess, up until about 6 to 8 months ago, when the city got annexation of the marketplace completed, it is more appropriate for the county to vacate it because we will continue to have some of the other end of Dismukes Road as well. So it's just the cleanest way to do that. So this would set the public hearing for, I believe it's the September 11th meeting, and get us in a place to move forward. The marketplace is a critical part of that whole entire development because that's one of the revenue generators that'll put money back in for our quality of life projects moving forward.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, consider authorizing chairman to execute the supplemental agreement number 2 with AlDOT for Marion Spillway Resurfacing Project, project number CRSAMN-2621. Mr. Byer, of course, I'm going to call on you on that, but the next 3 agenda items after this, you want to go ahead and talk about those? We'll, of course, read them and ask for comments, but go ahead and speak on all those, if you will, please.
This first one on Marion Spillway, if you recall, this is supplemental agreement number 2. Supplemental agreement number 1 was when the Department of Corrections asked us to include their portion of the road in this federal aid project. This project is running through the MPO that Commissioner Hines sits on and represents us for. Supplemental agreement number 2 is based on the office engineer's estimate, and they thought that the project was going to come in higher than what we had originally estimated. So this adds some money from the MPO to cover that overage. So that one will be letting, I believe Luke told me that this one was letting in September. So we're getting it ready for construction. Now, the next 3 items related to just resolutions. These are projects that we have put in through the MPO. We actually put a large list of road projects in for the next 4-year TIP, the Transportation Improvement Program. We are limited to the MPO area and being able to do work on major and minor collectors. So we can't just do any road that's in the MPO area. So these are roads that we have looked at on a resurfacing cycle or an improvement cycle, to where we have tried to do our best over the last 20 years to keep our higher volume roads in a position where we're doing work on those more frequently. And luckily, with the MPO and the ability of our staff to have plans ready, we've been able to do that. So the Dexter Road and Pierce Chapel project, the Jackson Road, Old Ware, Peace Church project, and the Old Salem are all projects that are before the MPO for consideration for funding. They only do the main funding request one time before that 4-year cycle, and they can make amendments throughout the year, but basically the 4 years of funding is about to be voted on in the next less than 60 days. So Commissioner Hines has done a really good job representing us on that. Luke represents us on the TAC committee, our chief engineer. So we're just trying to have everything ready, and I know most of you know this. Commissioner Hill, you don't know this quite yet, but we do our best to have things ready so when money is available, we've got projects ready, and they like to call them shovel ready, but we like to have them ready before they can even think that the funding's existing. So this is part of that process, getting those projects ready. So, Mr. Chairman, I cover those
You did
correctly?
very, very good. Any questions, comments, Mr. Byer?
Yes, just want to commend Luke and his staff and our highway department, because they're ahead of the game, and a lot of counties are not. So as Mr. Byer said, they go ahead, get all this stuff and get everything ready, all the paperwork ready, so when money does come available, I am on the MPO board, so when money comes available, we can take and vote on it, or if any changes are done, or someone drops out, then we're next in line, and we can work hard for that. And that's a great job on our highway department, and Luke and his staff. Josh works also strongly on that too, and he's at the meetings with me. And let me tell you, again, I brag on them because I see these other counties and they're not prepared, but our county always is, as we said on other things. So it's a big compliment to have, to be on the board and to have a backing from our highway department like we do. Thank you, Chairman.
All right, any other comments from commissioners? Okay, the next agenda item will be discuss approving resolution to level, resurface, and traffic stripe Dexter Road and Pierce Chapel Road from Greer Road east 4.5 miles to State Road 170. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, consider approving resolution to plane, level, resurface, and traffic stripe Jackson Road, Old Ware Road, and Peace Church Road from Rifle Range Road north 5.5 miles to Redland Road. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, discuss approving resolution to level, resurface, and traffic stripe Old Salem Road from State Road 170 east 1.18 miles to Chubbahatchee Creek. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, now we'll move to the consent docket. Approve proposed plat for Canal Crossing, 50 lots. Approve proposed plat for the Oaks at Castaway, 4 lots. Approve travel memorandum. Approve 40 hours vacation leave donation to Brandon S. Caldwell to Christina Wells. Approve 80 hours sick leave donation from Jacob Hill to Christina Wells. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Next item is personnel notification. Notification of resignation of Nathan Littlefield, Equipment Operator 1, effective 7/24/2023. Notification of termination of Billy Basil, Equipment Operator 2, effective 8/7/2023. Notification of hire of Coden B. Gates, Equipment Operator 1, effective 8/7/2023. Notification hire of Raven Harrison, Administrative Assistant 2, effective 8/15/2023. Notification of promotion of Kelly Williams, Analyst to Deputy, effective 7/10/2023. Notification of promotion of Dylan Amerman, Process Server to Deputy, effective 7/10/2023. Notification of promotion of Christian Ryans, Process Server to Deputy, effective 7/10/2023. Notification of Tyler Lammers, Corrections Officer, replace C. Ryans, effective 8/1/2023. Notification of resignation of Jonathan Jackson, part-time summer intern accounting clerk, effective 8/2/2023. Notification of resignation of Julie Lawrence, EMA Specialist 2, effective 8/10/2023. Now we move to reports to the commission. Chief Operations Officer Richie Byer.
Mr. Chairman, I have no report tonight. I gave you the entire report.
You're
about
out
the
of
budget.
words, aren't you? I know your feeling. I understand. I know how you feel. All righty, we will move on to the next agenda item, which will be reports from the commissioner. Commissioner Hines?
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. First of all, we've had several storms that's hit our area lately, and I see our EMA director in the back, and I want to thank him for all the hard work he and his staff has put in, and all our highway department that was out late nights and in the rain and lightning to open up the roads, because we had a lot of trees that was down. Great job from our highway department. Tell them all thank you. Also, our volunteer fire departments, I don't know how we'd do without them. They're out there every time with their chainsaws and moving stuff and getting them out of the way. No matter what, they're just unselfish. They just great people that want to volunteer and work for the community. And if you're not a member or you don't support them, please help them any way you can through donations or through help, because they need it. They really work hard for us. And the last is our power companies. We've had thousands of people out of power in the last couple of weeks with all the storms that's come through. And let me tell you, Central Alabama and Alabama Power has stepped up and worked through the night with lightning clashing all around them and taking care of things and getting power back on quick and all of our cables back on. It's just great to have support like that. The big thing tonight, though, I've got to announce, I always get excited. Somebody said, how can you get excited about picking up trash? Well, that's one thing Commissioner Hines does. I get excited. We're announcing tonight Elmore County 2023 fall cleanup. All they got to do, it's going to be on October the 13th, starting that Friday, on that Saturday the 14th, and Sunday the 15th. So everyone says, well, I'm going to a ball game on Saturday. Well, you can pick up on Friday or Sunday afternoon. My church, actually, I want to congratulate them from last year. They won one of the top prizes, picking up on Sunday afternoon. And Elmore County sort of put a challenge out. They won the first place for most trash picked up. A lot of their sports teams did. So tonight, I'm going to challenge Wetumpka, which is alumni down on the other end down there also, that has been talking a good bit. And I got another one, Tallahassee, over here. And, of course, Commissioner Daughtry is up in Tallahassee. And, of course, they all, Millbrook and Stanhope, to challenge the other schools to see if they can outdo Elmore and all the churches that step up. But all they got to do is go on and just click on the site. They can register. And we take care of everything. We have the bags for them. We have the grippers for them. We have the best for them. And then we even, when they tell us where the location they'll leave the trash at, our great highway department will come by that Monday morning and pick it up and take it to our drop-off point. So no excuses. So everyone needs to come out and start volunteering, all our churches, all our social groups. We hear so many times, everybody talks about all the free time they give out there to all these charities. Well, I think there's nothing better than cleaning up our county. and being proud of Elmore County and cleaning up our sides of the road, especially since our mowers are just about to finish up. Isn't that right, Mr. Luke? Yes, about to finish up the sides of the roads, have all of them cut, so it'll be ready for us to get out and pick up the trash and take care of our county. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Hines, and I will tell you, I get excited about picking up trash. Because when it's out there, we get phone calls, and so we really appreciate people spending time doing it. We appreciate your enthusiasm over seeing that it gets done. Commissioner Daughtry?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On that same line, the Lake Martin Resource Association also holds 2 to 3 cleanups a year in the north end of the county, and big participation in that up there. Russell Lands actually takes all of their office employees, which is about 70 or 80 people, including the president and the vice president, and they're out picking up trash all day when they have those cleanups. So they've been doing that for about 20, 25 years. So it's a big participation, and I want to thank Commissioner Hines for spearheading this all across our county. He's done a great job. One other comment, the chairman mentioned the simplified seller's internet tax. I call it the internet tax. And the commission's allocation of 25% of that to education in Elmore County. When that came about, shortly afterwards, this commission checked with the superintendent in Tallahassee of the city school system to determine how many Elmore County students lived in or went to school in the Tallahassee school system. Once we got that number, the commission agreed to allocate the same amount per student to the Tallahassee school system as was being allocated all across the county. So if they go to Tallahassee school system, they live in Elmore County, they benefit just like any other student in Elmore County. We thought that was only fair, and I appreciate my fellow commissioners agreeing to do that. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Hill?
I just want to say thank you to our EMA director. When I was out a few weeks ago, well, about 2 weeks ago doing my other job as a deputy sheriff, it's nice to know when you just about run over a tree in the middle of the road, there's somebody to call. And I almost did that, and it was nice. Less than 5 minutes later, people are getting paged out to come cut it up. And I appreciate y'all, the work that y'all do in public works. It's just been unreal, I know. And I've seen it all over the county, the damage just from the winds that we've had in the rain. And I appreciate the hard work y'all do, getting that done. Thank you.
Commissioner Jackson?
Just briefly, Chairman, I would also like to echo and say thank you. I actually got to see for the first time ever a tree on fire. And I got to see our guys in action. They responded real quick. I don't think Keith nor Richie ever go to sleep. So I would like to say thank you, but they always respond. But it was nice to see our staff respond out. Henry, I take you up on that challenge. You always know down here that District 5 is going to always respond to that challenge that you got. We also will have another cleanup in September. Hopefully, the grass on the sides of the roads is cut because Commissioner Lewis does not do snakes and high grass. Otherwise, we will postpone. But that's it, Chairman. But thank you.
Thank you. Just a couple of comments. I appreciate what my fellow commissioners do, and again, I want to say how much we appreciate what staff does. While we appreciate all of our staff, I do want to bring attention to one person that we read the name, but she's has resigned. The county commission with the EMA is Julie Lawrence. She's been with the county for a number of years. There's been many times when me working with our volunteer fire departments, as our other commissioners will get out during a storm event, be it the EOC when we're under a tornado watch or there's an active storm coming through the county. Julie has always been there. She's always been a great asset to our department, and we just want to say how much we appreciate what she's done for the county, and we will surely miss her. All right, now I'm going to call on Ms. Brittany for important calendar dates.
Tuesday, August 22nd through Thursday, August 24th will be the ACCA convention in Orange Beach, Alabama. Monday, September 4th, 2023, the administrative complex will be closed in observance of Labor Day. Monday, September 11th will be our next commission work session at 5 p.m. with the business meeting immediately following. And then we'll have a commission meeting on Monday, September 25th at 5 p.m. with the business meeting immediately following.
All right, thank you. We'll reconvene shortly for the business meeting. Good evening and welcome to the Elmore County Commission meeting for August 14th, 2023. I'll call this meeting to order. I will ask Commissioner Hines to offer invocation, and then I will ask Commissioner Daughtry to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Hines?
Thank you. Bow our heads, please. Kind gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with humble hearts, Lord. Thank you for all the lessons you do for us, Lord, and watching over and asking you to protect us as leaders that we may make the right decisions for our residents of Elmore County, Lord. We come to you tonight, Lord, again, asking you to help us to work for you and to be good leaders for you, Lord, and go out and be ambassadors for you, Lord. Kind gracious Heavenly Father, go with each and every one of our employees and watch over and protect them, Lord, as they do the work for our county, Lord. And again, lead, guide, and direct us. I answer that prayer, Lord. Amen.
Ms. Brittany, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Here.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Here.
Chairman Mercer?
Here.
Commissioner Hill?
Here.
Commissioner Jackson?
All right, we'll start with special presentations. Is there a motion to approve resolution honoring the achievements of Maya Holt, 2022-2023 Gatorade Alabama Softball Player of the Year, and ITG Next Alabama Female Athlete of the Year?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Brittany, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to approve resolution recognizing the Tallahassee City School Anglers as 2023 state champions and 2023 Smallmouth Division Team of the Year by the Alabama Student Angler Bass Fishing Association?
Motion approved.
And second.
Ms. Brittany, please call the roll.
Commissioner
Yes.
Hines? Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item, is there a motion to approve resolution recognizing the Wetumpka Baseball 14U All-Star Team as the 2023 USSSA Silver Bracket World Series champions?
Motion approved.
And second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Now we'll move to regular business. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the July 27th, 2023 commission meeting?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the memorandum of warrants for the period of July 16th, 2023 through August 4th, 2023?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Now we'll move to old business. Is there a motion to approve or deny vacating a portion of Neely Road in Beachville, Alabama?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry? Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item, is there a motion to approve or deny vacating a portion of Lakeshore Court in Wetumpka, Alabama?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, now we'll move to new business. Is there a motion to approve or deny setting a public hearing on Monday, September 11th, 2023 at 5 p.m. for a 020 restaurant retail liquor alcohol license application by Southern Investments Company LLC for Little Fish Tail located at 1333 Lightwood Road, Beachville, Alabama, 36022?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve or deny the FY 2024 budget as presented? Approval of the budget includes pay rate changes for positions, employee pay increases, new and revised job descriptions, the SRO cost share program, the retiree health care incentive, and authorization for the chairman to execute included contracts and/or addendums.
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item, is there a motion to approve or deny authorizing chairman and COO to execute the necessary documents to purchase approximately 11 acres immediately north of the Elmore County Judicial Complex and necessary budget amendments to handle the purchase?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve or deny a 3-year service contract with Johnson Controls for HVAC system at the Elmore County Public Works Department?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item, is there a motion to approve or deny setting a public hearing on Monday, September the 11th, 2023, at 5 p.m. to discuss vacating a portion of Dismings Roads in Millbrook, Alabama?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve or deny authorizing the chairman to execute the supplemental agreement number 2 with AlDOT for the Marion Spillway Resurfacing Project, project number CRSA-MN-2621?
Motion approved.
Second?
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to approve or deny a resolution to level, resurface, traffic stripe Dexter Road and Pierce Chapel Road from Greer Road east 4.5 miles to State Road 170?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item, is there a motion to approve or deny a resolution to plane, level, resurface, and traffic stripe Jackson Road, Old Ware Road, and Peace Church Road from Rifle Range Road north 5.5 miles to Redland Road?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve or deny a resolution to level, resurface, and traffic stripe Old Salem Road from State Road 170 east 1.18 miles to Chubbahatchee Creek?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item is the consent docket. Is there a motion to approve the consent docket as presented in the work session?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item is personnel notifications, and we will forego an additional reading of the personnel notifications. Are there any additional reports to the commission?
No, sir.
Are there any additional reports from commissioners? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
We are adjourned.